everyone, it's Darby from rejoiceandcreate.com, and this is a little mini series of 5 videos that I created because I was gifted a paper pad that was 4.5 by 6.5 inches. Now, I know a lot of the companies have gone to the 6x6, 8x8, or 12x12 pads, but there are still some of these around, and they're quite pretty. And although I didn't have any when I was gifted this, I thought, how fun would that be? 6.5 by 4.5, that gives me an even number plus a 1/2 inch for a tab. Perfect for making bags and boxes. And that's exactly what I did. I sat down and created, and I think I have maybe 4 sheets left of this, and you can see the wonderful array of colors it comes in. So through this series, I want to go ahead and show you the boxes or containers that I made with this. So today we're actually going to do this little guy. And it's 1 inch all around and 4 inches long, and it actually opens from the top or the end. And it would be great for lip balms or some skinnier, perhaps some of the nail polish that's skinnier. You know, it has to fit in the 1 inch by 1 inch. And let me show you how I made it. Okay, so we have our 4.5 by 6.5 inch piece of paper. Put up 6.5 inch and score it at the 1 inch. The 5 inch and the 6 inch. Turn it to the short side and score it at 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inches, and 4 inches. Okay, so let me turn that over. Maybe you can see the square lines better. We have a 1/2 inch. That's our 1/2 inch glue tab, but we do not need the 2 top little square and rectangle or the bottom little rectangle. So we'll go ahead and take those off. I'll start with the bottom one. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and just cut up on this square side of that score line and slightly notch. Okay, let me do the same thing to the top. Now you want to cut very close to the score line because this is going to be our top. So we're going to keep that one pretty much intact. All right, to finish off the bottom, just very slightly do a notch, a little wedge on each of the score lines. And I do one on the end as well. Do that one a little bit more. Okay. All right, now turn around until you have the 2 score lines. And this first one is going to be our top, so let's go ahead and just cut very close and straight down the side of that score line. So this will be our top. And then cut down right on the other side of that score line. I'm going to cut that off for a minute. And each of these other ones down to the second horizontal score line. Okay, this center one is going to be the front, so we're going to cut it off completely. These 2 are going to be the loose tabs on the top of the box, so go ahead and just cut it off maybe about a 1/2 inch across, and this very slightly wedge both sides. Don't do it too much. You can always take off more if you need it, but these tabs will actually help hold this part in. And we will wedge these off, but I'm not going to do it until I have the box together because I don't want to take off too much. If you take off too much, the box opens and it doesn't close. All right, so let's go ahead and fold and burnish our score lines. Okay, the final thing I want to do before I put the box together is just to go ahead and make a little finger notch on that top. So let me just slide this over and center it in there and just make a tiny little finger notch. All right, so let's glue it together. I'm going to go ahead and use some Tombow Extreme, which is not behaving. All right, go ahead and fold that over and line these up. Okay, let me put that back for now. We'll go ahead and glue the bottom together. This is my seam, so that's the back one. I'm going to go ahead and use some Tombow liquid glue. And I'll put a side one in first, and then another side. And then my back. And then my front. Okay. All right, now see they overlap just a wee bit. I'm going to go ahead and just trim this one back a tad. There we go. All right, and let me bring this over to the front and see what I've got. Actually, it fits pretty well, so I'm not going to have to notch that one. And there we go. All right, so let's go ahead and decorate it. All right, so here's my banner, and I'm using this stamp set, and it's actually a generic stamp set that I got at AliExpress. Yes, I succumbed to it. I saw how everybody else was finding some fun stuff that I couldn't see around where I was, so I went ahead and did a purchase, and I'm going to go ahead and use, I think I'll use Thank You on this one. I used the Smile and Hugs one for that one. All right, and I think this blue kind of matches my pool party, so I'm going to go ahead and use that, and hopefully I have enough ink left in it. And I'm going to stamp it a little bit towards the right end. That looks nice. All right, and we're also going to decorate it, and actually I put a couple of sprigs of leaves on that one, and what I used was actually the bird punch from Stampin' Up, and this is the one sprig of leaves that I could find that I liked, or branch of leaves, and I'm just going to make a gray one to match, and I'll just tuck that in there and punch out 2 of them. All right, so let me go ahead and flag my ends. And for interest, I'm just going to go ahead and create some stitch lines. All right, so let's put that together. How I did this, I just put some adhesive on the back, and I just lined it up a way that was pleasing to me. Then I cut both the ends together, put it down onto the box, and did the same thing. Okay, and the next thing I did was tie down my ribbon because I wanted to make sure I tucked my end of the banner and the leaves underneath my ribbon. I just tied a knot with this one. Okay, so I made sure my ribbon was lined up right at the end of my banner, and I actually cut some of the stem off because I didn't want it that long, and we'll glue these guys on. And then I used some glitter enamel dots that I had around. So I hope you enjoyed the project and the video today. That makes